very large part of the specification for operations is quality. So in basic terms, we need to know what quality means, and we need to know different ways that businesses can ensure that their processes and products are quality, particularly looking at TQM as well and quality circles. So what does the word quality actually mean? I imagine that you've got an idea in your head of a product that's high quality, but simply it just means that it's fit for purpose, it meets the customer's requirements, and it doesn't need to be an expensive product, it just has to be fit for purpose to be a quality product. Maybe even we'd say that it exceeds customer requirements to be quality, but there's definitely a sense of it's fit for purpose. So why does it matter to a business? So we've done a lot of writing in class, so it should meet customer needs, which means that the customer has a positive experience, they may make repeat purchases, they may tell their friends about it, so it's a very low cost method of promotion, and you may get more revenue because you get more sales. And obviously you want, if it's a product like a fast moving consumer good such as shampoo or dishwasher powder, you want people to make repeat purchases and keep on consuming it, because it's actually really expensive to keep on promoting and attracting new customers. It's also more cost effective because poor quality products have to be reworked or thrown away, so that would increase costs, so it's cheaper to just get it right. And if your product quality is poor, the customer forms a bad opinion. We're a little bit, I don't know, pessimistic, I think, humans. We tend to moan and tell people about awful experiences that we've had. And sometimes we don't talk about all the good experiences we have. So if a product goes well for a consumer, they may tell their friends about it. If it goes badly, they're definitely going to tell their friends about it. Customers can complain. You need to have people working in your customer services department. You might have to rework it. You're going to have to refund them the money, because if it doesn't meet the Sales of Good Act, which says that a product has to be fit for purpose, then a customer's entitled to their money back, and it creates a really poor brand image. I'm sure we can think of brands that we think are kind of low quality products, not very good. And what happens if your quality is poor is you get on the BBC News website, lots of news websites and lots of things like TripAdvisor and online forums and Watchdog and all of those types of things. So it brings negative publicity. So there's a few different methods that we can ensure quality. We're going to look at quality control, quality assurance, quality standards, but a big section is TQM. So quality control was this kind of really traditional approach where you'd inspect the products at the end of the production process, and you'd probably take a sample because you wouldn't be able to inspect them all, and anything that's not up to standard would be rejected, or the whole batch would be rejected. But the problem with this was it's quite wasteful, because it's waiting till the end of the process when faults probably would have been made more serious because they've gone along the production line a lot longer, and it would be hard to rework them. And it sort of says that quality is like the job of the quality control department, not the other departments that are involved in making it. And it also assumes that defects, problems with quality, are inevitable, and these are things that just happen naturally. So quality assurance is a slightly different approach, which emphasises prevention rather than inspection. So it's this need to get things right the first time. And so you have more self-checking, which empowers employees. Remember, Hertzberg really believed in empowering employees to motivate them. You have peer checking, and you're not meant to pass on substandard work. And quality is part of everybody's job rather than just the quality control department. We also have quality standards. Now these are a little bit different from kind of checking the quality of the product. These ensure that you have a quality process, a sort of way of measuring your production processes for quality, rather than looking at the product themselves. So it's looking at if you have quality systems. But you do get these, and when I show students this slide, they tend to notice them on products. So if you pick up a product at home or electrical good or anything, you probably find a standard on there like the BS 575 or 50 5750. I'm not too sure how you say that actually, but there's lots of like the kite mark and things like this that you might find on certain products. but it's not saying that that product itself is quality. It's saying that this business has quality systems to ensure quality. Okay, so then total quality management came along, and this is a management approach, and it focuses on quality, and it's to improve flexibility, effectiveness, and competitiveness. So there's loads of different methods here we have, but if I just take you through the main ones. So everyone's responsible for quality, so very much like quality assurance, and you're meant to be empowered to speak out if there's a problem with quality. So we have like self-checking and peer checking. There's usually quite heavy use of data and statistical data to sort of investigate variances and problems as well. Team working is strongly encouraged, and obviously Mayo said that this was motivation as well. And this enables more peer checking. You have quality circles, and quality circles are small groups of staff who meet on a regular, usually voluntary basis to talk about quality. And it's thought that the people that are actually involved in the production process know a lot about quality and know a lot about what's working well, what's not working well. And so that's why we involve them in quality circles and not just have kind of a group of management who are a little bit further detached from the production process. And again, empowering, I can't say that word, and Mayo thought the teamwork was very motivational as well. So you might get productivity increases in your labour output as well. The use of quality change, so that's just internal and external customers. So rather than thinking of the end customer all the time, think of the next group of people, the next team that you're passing your production onto, and think about their needs and treating them with the respect that you treat an external customer as well. Collecting customer views as well, so there's this feedback loop into the production process, and Kaizen, meaning continuous improvement or small incremental improvements each day, adding up to large improvements over time, but that are manageable for people to take on board rather than a huge big change which could cause disruption and resentment. So TQM's great, but there are some problems. So statistical process control is quite expensive to install. It's quite mathematical, high tech. Everyone has to be pretty committed to it. TQM's like this whole all-encompassing approach. So if you're not really into it, and you're like, oh, we just have to show our face, show that we're doing this, make it look like we're into quality, but we're not. Well, it's not going to work. It's not going to work unless everyone believes in it. It's like Tinkerbell out of Peter Pan. She dies if people don't believe in her. So that's a bit like TQM. You've got to believe in it. And there is quite a lot of bureaucracy created, lots of documents, possible to lead to data overload as well. So let's have a look at the specification objectives and see if we've crossed these off. I have put this down at the bottom actually because it was a specific question one year. What are quality circles and how can they help businesses? So make sure you know about that. But the characteristics of TQM and why TQM can benefit the company is very important, or the business.